Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of Choir Leader. I'm back in my kayak and it's absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I'm so happy to be on the river, and I'm sitting underneath a beautiful weeping willow tree, and in front of me I can see Kingston Bridge and the trains are running, and around me I can hear lawnmowers, and it's actually quite a noisy day compared to life from the last 10 weeks. And today's episode is all about coming out of lockdown and how that's making us all feel, and I think there's positives and negatives. It's wonderful on the river to see so much life. I have seen the heron this morning, and I have seen geese and goslings, and I've seen people on paddleboards, and it's truly heartening to see life in its abundance. There have been certain parts of lockdown that I will truly miss, and I think this moment in time where we all will make our own personal choices about what feels right for us are very, very important to honour, and what feels right for one person may not feel right for another. I don't feel ready to go to shops, and I don't feel ready to socialise in big groups, but other people will choose to abide or loosen up their own rules dependent on their own circumstances, and I think as human beings that is to be expected, and we must not try to judge, as hard as that is sometimes. Last night I went to watch the sunset on a hill, and I took a photo of the moon, and 30 seconds later I took a photo of the sunset, and the two photos could not be more different. So the moon is set behind the brightest blue sky, and yet within the same minute I moved my camera to the right and the sky was orange and red and incredible, and it just made me realise that we are all under this amazing same sky, and the world is slowly going to find its new normality. I also read this week that grief is a shadow for love, and anxiety is a shadow for thoughtfulness. And I think we have grieved the life that we had before lockdown, and it may be we grieve this life once life starts to get noisier again. I think that's a very beautiful way of thinking of grief, that it's a shadow of love. It's because we care. And that anxiety, because we will have worrying times ahead, it's because we are thoughtful. I know that I've been doing these episodes now since last October, and it's part of my routine, and it's really part of something that I feel passionate about, and I've never lost enthusiasm to come out to share my thoughts with you, and I'm really, really grateful that people continue to watch. I know there's people watching in New Zealand, so thank you very much for tuning in. I'm sure you don't wake up in the middle of the night to tune in. I hope you watch at a civilised time. I think there might be some people who watch in Canada, and again, thank you very much. And I think there's probably quite a few Kingstonians who watch, but wherever you are in the world, I really, really hope that your ease of lockdown and your new way of living will include time for reflection and time to look after yourself and those that you love. I will continue to come out on the river for as long as I'm well enough and allowed to do so. It is such an important part of who I am. As the choirs are slowly, very, very slowly, starting to look ahead around the world as to how singers can meet again in person, I'll be reflecting a lot on what's best to do for the good of the groups and to maintain our singing together, which is so very, very important for our mental health and our well-being. So that is today's episode. It is really beautiful out here today. It does feel that life is slowly changing again, and life has been very difficult all over the world for many, many weeks, and congratulations and well done for surviving in whatever way you have been able to. Music has got me through, and friendships, and being outside, and writing and being creative. I watched Grayson Perry's art room this week, and it really touched me. It really touched me to understand that people are turning to their creativity, and it's so important. So perhaps this period of lockdown wasn't your time to find that burning passion, but it doesn't matter, because we have a whole life ahead of us to find those things and to reflect. So have a lovely, lovely week. Thank you for joining me on the river today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay well. Lots of love. Bye-bye.